What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to your another C programming tutorial. And in this tutorial, don't worry, we won't do strings anymore for now. Now we'll just do up something called structs. And structs, let me tell you, in my definition, it's like you have an array of different data types. Okay, that's my own definition for struct or structure. And sometimes structures are also called as aggregates, which are collections of related variables under one name. Okay, we'll just go and see how structs work. So let me just show you. For now, let me just tell you how it is, and we'll surely do a program on that. There's no second thought on that. Okay, so struct, you do it using the keyword struct. Then you just simply uh, give a name to the struct, and then what you do is you just put in all the different characters you need. So let me just put in currency. Okay, and it's not char, but I think it's okay. And what else? Let me put in an int for amount. So as you can see, I put two different data types. One is an integer and another is a currency. Okay, so take a look at it. Now the keyword what I've used is it is struct. Now this introduces the definition. Okay, as this gives out the definition, and the cache what I've used here, it is nothing but an identifier or just a name which I've given to the keyword struct. This is nothing but this whole thing is a structure type. Okay, so the structure type, I'm so sorry, the structure type is struct cache. Variables declared within these braces are the definitions. Okay, these are called structures members. Okay, as they are within these are called structures members. And members, they might have the same data type, they might have unique names, but remember, you can copy up paste this one. Let's show you how. Okay, this is perfectly not fine. Okay, this is not fine. You just need to change the name. So instead of cash, I'll say money. Okay, so now this is perfectly fine because you have two structures with the name same name of the structure members. That's perfectly fine, but two structs cannot have same name. Okay, keep that in mind. That's very important to note. And don't forget the semicolon at this end. Most of the people, they forget it, but don't forget it. That's another common error which happens. Now you can either put in these normal variables which you have put in. It can be a normal primitive data type, or what you can do is you can put in an array of characters, any kind of array. For example, if I say char and then I put in first name, okay, and then I just put in like 20 or 40 or 200, whatever. Well, nobody has his first name at least with 200 characters, whatever. But for the sake of example, I hope you can get it. So this is perfectly fine when you define a structure. It can have variety of data types. Okay, now these are just a few which I've shown you. Now another important thing is a structure cannot contain an instance of itself. Okay, instance, by that I mean object. If you have worked in different languages, you might know it, but if you don't know, there's no issue at all. You can know it now. Okay, so like for example, a variable type struct. Okay, and I've named it as cache over here. You cannot declare this thing again inside the definition. Okay, the pointer to the struct employee, however, may be included. So what I meant is, if I write struct, and if I say was that cache, and if I create instance of it, and if I type, um, what can I say? Type money. Okay, so now this would print out an error. Okay, I'll just comment it out. This would print out an error, but if you say you want to make a pointer out of it, then that wouldn't print out any error. Okay, cache, and if I say it's a pointer to, I can say C pointer, or it should be cache pointer, but okay. So this would print out an error because you cannot create an instance of with the same name. Like this was cache, and you can't make an instance of it, but you can make a pointer out of it. Okay, so that pointer is perfectly fine, but not the other way. And this part, when you create its own pointer, it is also called, uh, self-referential structure. Okay, keep that in mind in case you need for your school exams or something. Now, structure definition, they don't reserve any space in the memory, but each definition will create a new data type that we define as variable inside this. Now, structure variable, you can define it, as you can see, like any other variable. Okay, I think that was a lot of talking, so let's just get started and see how actually we initialize structure and how the structure works. So guys, I've just written down a bit of code so that we can understand it. So I forgot to tell you one important thing. I just told you that we should define struct in what way, and but you should define it always outside the main. Okay, it was just to show you that how you should define struct. So I just showed you over here, but you should define a struct outside your main class, okay, or the main function. Okay, so now coming back over here, as you can see, I've just defined a struct. Don't forget the semicolon, and I've just taken um, a pointer. I've just called it face and suit. So I've just taken another. Now I've defined a struct type over here. Okay, you'll have data type. Similarly, you have struct type over here, and I've called it uh, uh, it's a variable for the structure type, and I've named it as X card. Okay, now I've defined one struct card variable. In simple words, that's how I can put it. Okay, so now I've defined a pointer to the struct card. This is a pointer to the struct card. So now coming over here, what this would do is to access the variables of your struct, what you need to do is you need to take up this variable over here, which you just created, which is xcard, using this dots operator, which is also called structure member operator. Okay, you'll have two operators. This is member operator, other will be a pointer operator, which I'll just tell you in a while. So this is a member operator using which you can access the members. So I've initialized now the face to king, and similarly suit to spades. Okay, in this case over here, I'll just tell you why it did this. This is, as you can see, I've just assigned the address of X card to the card pointer. Okay, so now here's a tricky part on how you print it out. So this is how it is. What you do is you just take okay, I'll just print and show you and then tell you what it does. And remember, when you put a dot, it is a member operator. We'll come to another operator later. So this is a member operator using which we have just printed out king of spades. So what I've done here is I've just printed out x card dot face. Okay, remember we initialize it to king over here. Then I've just added an off over here using with a second string. And in the third string, what I've done here is I've just taken the suit which we had initialized it to spades. Okay, so now let's see the use of the pointer over here and how do we print out with the pointer. Now let's just see how do we print out using pointers. Okay, so here it is, and now this is using pointers, and what this is, the little minus sign and the greater than sign over here, which you see, what this is called a pointer operator. You remember I was just talking a while ago about this is a member operator and this is a pointer operator, and this would do practically the same thing what this did. It would just print it out. I'll just show you what it does. So as you can see, it just printed out again the same thing, king of spades. Okay, so as you can see, we had assigned the address, and using this pointer we could access both of these variables. Okay, so as you saw, it printed out both of these things. So now let's see a last way how to print out using struct. So now guys, this is the third way to print it out. So let me just summarize you what were the first two. So using this function printf, it will print the member of the structure variable xcar, which I've named it, using structure member operator with the, what was the name I gave? With the variable name xcar. I keep forgetting it. Okay, so now the structure pointer operator, and remember you need a minus and a greater than symbol to for the pointer operator. Okay, using the structure pointer operator with the card pointer which we used over here, we could access the variables of these and print out king of spades over here. And now in the last one, the structure member operator, we have dereference the pointer, the card pointer over here, to print out the same thing, precisely the same thing. And there's a small error over here, which is this part over here. I didn't change it to member operator, so this will work now. And yes, it does. So there you can see king of spades, king of spades, and king of spades. Okay, so it was not too confusing for you, but don't worry, do a few more examples on structs. So structs are very interesting and very useful. So for example, if you use it for a bank, you'll have all the data types, all your variables, so inside these. Okay, and using type definition, we can instead of writing whole of this, we could maybe convert it into something. Okay, we'll apply that in the next tutorial. I think this was a lot for this tutorial. Okay, we'll see examples on how to do it. So that's it for this tutorial, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any doubt, please leave a comment below on YouTube, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.